the Aurora Borealis tonight on 14 November is not just a light in the sky. It is a reminder that nature always speaks before life changes. When the sky turns into colors you do not expect, it is a message that the world around you is reflecting the world within you. Every shift in the heavens is a mirror held in front of your inner state, and every unusual sign is an invitation to stop, breathe, and see what is happening inside your own life. The sky does not change without purpose, and neither do you. When the aurora appears tonight, understand that it is telling you to look deeper, because something within you is waiting to rise, to be acknowledged, to be transformed. For a long time, many people move through life asleep. They carry emotions they do not process, they repeat patterns that weaken them, and they ignore the subtle warnings that life gives. But on nights like this, when the sky itself wakes up in colors of power, you are reminded that consciousness cannot remain silent forever. The events on 14 November are a reflection of the imbalance inside human beings, the rush, the distraction, the disconnection from self. When nature lights up, it is a sign that you must light up your awareness as well. It calls you toward clarity. It calls you toward presence. It calls you toward truth. Tonight, the Aurora Borealis becomes a teacher. It does not speak with words, but with movement and color. And if you pay attention, you will feel its message. It tells you that everything outside you is connected to what happens inside you. When your thoughts are scattered, your life becomes scattered. When your emotions remain unhealed, your world feels unstable. And when you refuse to slow down and observe your own inner storms, life forces you to pause by showing you signs you cannot ignore. The sky turning red, the rare lights appearing, the shift in the atmosphere, all of this is nature saying, wake up. On 14 November, the Aurora Borealis tonight becomes symbol of your own rising energy. Just as the sky glows with intensity, you are reminded that there is intensity inside you as well. The intensity of potential, discipline, and awakening. The sky does not fear its colors. It does not hide its transformation. It shows itself fully. And this is the lesson. You must stop hiding from your own growth. You must stop avoiding the work you know you need to do. When the sky changes, let it inspire you to change too. Let it push you to break your old habits, to rise from your old beliefs, to see yourself clearly. This night teaches that everything in life is connected. When nature shifts, human beings feel it. When energy rises, consciousness must rise with it. The unusual glow in the sky is not chaos, it is alignment. It is a reminder that the world is always guiding you, always reflecting you, always helping you return to the path you are meant to walk. The Aurora Borealis does not appear to entertain you. It appears to awaken you. It appears to shake you out of your comfort. It appears to remind you that you are not here to live half asleep. On 14 November, when you see the Aurora Borealis tonight, allow it to silence you for a moment. Allow it to calm the noise inside you. Let it remind you that awareness begins by observing what is in front of you without judgment. When the sky becomes a painting, let your mind become still. In that stillness, you will understand the deeper message. Nature reflects your consciousness because you are part of it. There is no separation. When the outer world shifts, it is a signal that the inner world must shift too. This is the power of tonight. It is not about predictions. It is not about fear. It is about awakening. The red glow in the sky is a reminder that you have strength, discipline, and clarity within you waiting to be used. This is the moment to return to yourself. This is the moment to pay attention to your thoughts, your actions, your energy. When the sky sends a sign, the wise do not ignore it. They use it to rise. So let the Aurora Borealis tonight on 14 November become your moment of realization. Let it be the mirror that shows you who you have become and who you must become. Let it be the spark that pushes you to grow, to evolve, to shift your awareness into a higher state. Nature is speaking. The sky is warning. And the message is simple. Awaken your consciousness before the world forces you to. Use this night as a turning point, a beginning, a reminder that your life reflects your awareness. When the sky glows, let your mind shine too. The Aurora Borealis tonight on 14 November marks more than a moment in the sky. It marks a moment in you. When the world prepares for a shift, you must prepare for one inside yourself as well. This night carries an energy that pushes you to choose who you want to become, because nothing changes outside unless something changes within. The sky becomes a signal, a reminder that transformation does not wait for your convenience. It arrives on its own time, and 14 November is that time. This is the moment where the external world pushes you toward internal awakening. When the Aurora Borealis tonight lights up the sky, it is not just beauty, it is pressure, it is intensity, it is a sign that something is reaching its peak. And in your life too, something is reaching its peak. The old patterns you can no longer carry, the fears you refuse to confront, the habits that keep stealing your potential. The energy of 14 November is here to expose them. It is here to force you to look at what you have avoided. It is here to remind you that growth cannot happen while you hold on to the same version of yourself. Tonight's sky invites you to rise, not in a dramatic, unrealistic way, but in a simple, honest way. The aurora tells you that awareness begins when you stop pretending that your life will change on its own. Nothing in nature stays the same. The sky changes, the wind shifts, and tonight, the heavens themselves open in color. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. It shows you that your inner world must also move, shift, break open, and rise. The energy of 14 November pushes you to step out of the life you lived yesterday and into the life you are meant to build tomorrow. The Aurora Borealis tonight is the light that separates your past from your future. When you look at the sky, understand that you are standing at the threshold. The old version of you is behind, the new version is ahead, and the decision to step forward is yours alone. This is why tonight matters. This is why the energy of 14 November becomes a turning point. You cannot keep carrying the same self into a new chapter. You cannot expect transformation while holding on to resistance. This night gives you a choice: continue living in patterns that weaken you or awaken the discipline that strengthens you. Every shift in the sky is a reminder of the shift you need in your consciousness. The Aurora Borealis tonight teaches you that the world moves with or without your permission. And if you want to grow, you must move with it. The signs in the sky do not come to intimidate you, they come to guide you. They come to show you that life is calling you toward a higher awareness, a deeper clarity. This awareness is not complicated. It is simply the courage to observe your thoughts, understand your emotions, and step into responsibility for your own life. The energy of 14 November supports this awakening, but you must accept it. When the sky glows tonight, allow it to remind you of the strength you have forgotten. You are not weak. You are not stuck. You are not without direction. You have potential buried beneath your distractions. You have discipline waiting underneath your excuses. You have clarity beneath all the noise. And the Aurora Borealis on 14 November is the symbol that brings all of this to the surface. It pulls your attention upward so you can finally turn your awareness inward. This night teaches that growth is a decision made in a single moment, a moment like tonight, a moment where you choose to no longer allow your past to define you, a moment where you choose to rise above your own limitations, a moment where you decide to stop waiting for signs and instead become the sign. But for this transformation to begin, you must understand the importance of the energy you are stepping into. 14 November is not random. It is a shift. It is a beginning. It is a doorway into a new way of seeing yourself. The Aurora Borealis tonight shows you that life is full of signals, but only the awake will recognize them. It invites you to become aware of the thoughts you feed, the habits you repeat, and the energy you create. Because awareness is power. Awareness is the first step toward mastering your life. And tonight gives you the clarity to start. The sky on 14 November is not telling you what will happen in the world. It is telling you what must happen within you. It is urging you to align your actions with your purpose, align your thoughts with your truth, and align your energy with the future you want to live. This is the shift. This is the prophecy, not of fear, but of awakening. So let the Aurora Borealis tonight be your reminder, a reminder that you are standing in a moment of transformation, a reminder that this night asks you to rise into a higher version of yourself, a reminder that the energy of 14 November is here to move you forward. And when the sky changes, let your life change with it. The Aurora Borealis tonight on 14 November carries a message that many people ignore. Awareness is the doorway through which all change must pass. Tonight's sky becomes a reminder that you cannot break old patterns if you remain unconscious of them. The colors are not appearing to entertain you, they are appearing to wake you. They are telling you that life has been whispering warnings for a long time, and now the sky itself raises its voice, showing you that the time to open your eyes has arrived. The shift of 14 November is not a prophecy of fear, it is a prophecy of awareness. Old patterns live in silence. They repeat quietly, slowly, almost invisibly. They shape your days without you noticing. They influence your decisions without your permission. These patterns are the habits you defend, the excuses you cling to, the emotions you avoid. And as long as awareness is missing, these patterns remain stronger than you. But the Aurora Borealis tonight breaks this silence. It shows you that nature never stays still, and neither should your mind. The moment the sky lights up, the moment the atmosphere shifts, you are being told to stop living on autopilot. Tonight, on 14 November, awareness becomes your most important tool. Without it, you cannot grow. Without it, you cannot break free. And the message of this night is simple. Life will keep sending signs until you finally recognize them. The unusual glow in the sky is not random. It is a reminder that awareness must begin now. You have carried certain emotions for too long. You have held certain beliefs for too long. You have walked with a version of yourself that no longer fits the life you want to live. Awareness lets you see this clearly, and without clarity, there is no transformation. The Aurora Borealis tonight teaches that warnings are not punishments, they are invitations. Nature warns you not to frighten you, but to awaken you. Sometimes the world outside becomes dramatic because your inner world has been ignored. When the sky turns red, when the air feels charged, when the environment shifts, it is telling you that something internal must be recognized. The energy of 14 November forces you to confront the weight you have been carrying. It pushes you to look at the fears you have been avoiding. It encourages you to move toward the life you want instead of staying stuck in the life you settled for. Awareness does not come from running away. It comes from standing still, just as the sky stands still tonight in its luminous beauty. When you look at the Aurora Borealis tonight, do not only admire its colors, feel what it awakens inside you. Feel the call to observe your thoughts without judgment. Feel the urge to notice the patterns that keep repeating. Feel the push to stop blaming the world and start understanding yourself. This is the wisdom of 14 November. It brings light to what has been hidden. Breaking old patterns requires honesty. It requires courage. It requires the willingness to admit that you have been walking in circles. But the moment awareness enters, everything changes. The moment you recognize a habit, it loses control over you. The moment you see a fear, it begins to dissolve. The moment you understand the origins of your behavior, you gain the power to reshape it. Awareness is not complicated. It is simply the light that reveals your path. And tonight, the Aurora Borealis becomes that light. On 14 November, the sky becomes a mirror. It reflects your inner state, showing you what needs attention. If the world above you shifts, it is because your world within you must shift too. If the lights dance in the heavens, it is because your consciousness is being invited to rise. This is a night where you can no longer ignore the truth you already know. You must grow. You must release. You must wake up from the patterns that have been limiting your life. The Aurora Borealis tonight is a reminder that awareness begins in the present moment. Not tomorrow, not when life becomes easier, not when circumstances become perfect. Awareness begins when you decide to pay attention. And on 14 November, the sky encourages you to make that decision. Stop repeating the cycles that drain your energy. Stop letting your past dictate your future. Stop pretending that you don't see the signs. The sky is clear tonight, your mind must become clear too. The teachings of this night push you toward self-growth. They tell you that the power to transform your life has always been inside you. Awareness is the switch. Once you turn it on, everything becomes visible. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your purpose, your path. And once you see clearly, you can no longer walk blindly. So let the Aurora Borealis tonight on 14 November be the moment you awaken. Let it be the spark that breaks your old patterns. Let it be the reminder that life is always guiding you toward your highest self. When the sky lights up, understand this is your moment to rise, to see, to transform. Let awareness lead you forward. The Aurora Borealis tonight on 14 November carries a deeper meaning than light, color, or atmosphere. It carries the reminder of what the red sky symbolizes: discipline, strength, and renewal. These are not abstract ideas. They are qualities you must cultivate within yourself if you want to rise above your limits. When the sky turns red, it is not a warning of fear, it is a call to reclaim your inner power. It is a reminder that nature displays strength openly, without hesitation, without doubt, without apology. And tonight, on 14 November, you are asked to do the same. The red sky has always been the color of life force. It represents grounding, focus, and unwavering clarity. When the Aurora Borealis tonight spreads its red glow across the horizon, it shows you what it means to stand firm in your own energy. It shows you what it means to be fully present. In that moment, you see a sky that does not hide its intensity. It does not soften itself to make others comfortable. It burns with its own truth. This is your lesson. Stop shrinking your potential. Stop lowering your energy. Stop dimming your strengths because of fear, doubt, or hesitation. On 14 November, the red sky becomes a reminder that discipline is not punishment, it is liberation. Discipline is the art of choosing what truly matters again and again, even when it is difficult. It is the strength to continue when your mind wants comfort. It is the clarity to stay focused when distractions surround you. The Aurora Borealis tonight teaches you that discipline is the foundation of transformation. Nothing grows without structure. Nothing evolves without commitment. If the sky can hold its shape while changing its colors, then you too can remain grounded while changing your life. The energy of the red sky also carries renewal, a new beginning, a new mindset, a new version of yourself ready to emerge. Renewal does not mean forgetting the past. It means releasing what no longer supports your growth. Tonight, the Aurora Borealis calls you to release. Release the habits that weaken you. Release the excuses that trap you. Release the beliefs that keep your strength buried. Renewal is not a soft process. It is powerful, it is direct, it requires honesty. And 14 November provides the intensity needed to start again with clear intention. When you look at the Aurora Borealis, tonight you witness movement, flowing streams of color crossing the sky with grace and power. This movement teaches you that strength is not rigid. Strength has fluidity. Strength adapts, shifts, and flows without losing its core. Life will not always move according to your plans. But if you cultivate inner strength, you will remain steady even as everything around you changes. The red sky shows you how to move with life, not against it. It shows you that true strength is calm, stable, and alive. Tonight's sky on 14 November is not just visually intense, it is energetically intense. You feel it even if you cannot explain it. You sense the shift, you sense the weight of the moment. This intensity is not meant to overwhelm you, it is meant to awaken the fire inside you. Every human being carries a spark, but not everyone chooses to ignite it. The Aurora Borealis tonight is the spark outside you that reminds you of the flame within you. It tells you that you have more power than you use, more clarity than you think, more strength than you show. The red sky also symbolizes focus. In a world full of noise, focus becomes rare. You scatter your energy onto too many things, weakening your potential. But the sky tonight does not scatter, it concentrates its light into a powerful display. It shows that focus amplifies strength. When you commit to one direction, one habit, one purpose, your energy becomes unstoppable. The message of 14 November is simple. Stop dividing your power. Start concentrating it. Focus transforms. As the Aurora Borealis tonight fills the sky, you are reminded that discipline, strength, and renewal are not separate paths. They are one. When you discipline yourself, you build strength. When you build strength, you open the door to renewal. And renewal brings you back to the essence of who you truly are. Someone capable of rising higher than your circumstances, someone capable of shaping your life with clarity and purpose. 14 November becomes a turning point, not because the sky changes, but because you choose to change with it. You choose to let the red sky guide you toward a stronger version of yourself. You choose to stand with presence instead of drifting through life. You choose to grow instead of repeat. You choose to awaken instead of sleep. Let the Aurora Borealis tonight be the reminder that strength is not found outside, it is found within. Let its red glow become the signal that now is the time to rise, now is the time to discipline your mind, now is the time to renew your energy. The sky shows its power without hesitation. Tonight, on 14 November, you are invited to do the same. The Aurora Borealis, tonight on 14 November, carries a truth many people overlook. You cannot understand the signs of life if your mind is constantly noisy. Stillness is the key. Without stillness, even the most powerful message becomes invisible. The The sky can burn with color, the air can shift with energy, the world can whisper warnings. But if your mind is crowded with thoughts, fears, and distractions, you will not see anything clearly. Tonight, as the aurora rises, the invitation is simple. Become still inside yourself. On 14 November, the sky becomes extraordinary. The Aurora Borealis tonight flickers with movement, intensity, silence, and presence. It does not rush. It does not compete. It does not try to force meaning on anyone. It simply exists in its own clarity, and this is exactly what your inner state must learn to become. When you are still, you understand more. When you are calm, you see deeper. When you quiet the noise inside, life finally reveals what it has been trying to tell you. The red sky is not only a phenomenon, it is a teacher of stillness. People believe understanding comes from thinking more, analyzing more, talking more. But the truth is the opposite. Understanding comes when the mind becomes light and silent. The Aurora Borealis tonight reflects this truth. It moves without sound. It teaches without words. It shows that presence and silence hold more wisdom than noise ever will. On 14 November, let the sky remind you that clarity does not come from force. It comes from stillness. The more still you become, the more clearly you recognize your own path. Stillness does not mean doing nothing. It means being fully aware of what is happening inside you. It means seeing your emotions without reacting. It means noticing your fears without being controlled by them. It means observing your thoughts instead of drowning in them. The Aurora Borealis tonight guides you into this awareness. Its movement is fluid, uninterrupted, and deeply focused. It teaches that stillness is not the absence of energy, it is the alignment of energy. When your inner world aligns, your outer world becomes easier to understand. On 14 November, the sky becomes a living reminder that inner silence reveals truth. Many people carry storms inside them unresolved. Emotions, old wounds, heavy memories. These storms make their minds loud and chaotic, and when the mind is chaotic, even the clearest signs become confusing. The Aurora Borealis tonight asks you to calm your inner storms, not by suppressing them, but by observing them. When you observe without judgment, the storm begins to settle. When the storm settles, your awareness becomes sharp. Stillness gives you the ability to interpret life correctly. If you are restless, you misread situations. If you are anxious, you exaggerate problems. If you are distracted, you miss opportunities. But when you are still, you see things as they are. On 14 November, when the aurora fills the sky, let it remind you to pause. Let it remind you to breathe deeply. Let it remind you that understanding only arrives in moments of presence. A calm mind receives the messages that a busy mind cannot. The Aurora Borealis tonight flows with grace. This grace teaches you how to move through life, not with panic, not with rushing, not with fear, but with quiet strength, with grounded awareness, with an open mind. When you stand under the night sky on 14 November, feel the energy around you. Feel how the stillness of the moment carries a power stronger than any noise. This night is not asking you to speak. It is asking you to listen to yourself, to life, to the signs you have ignored. Stillness is also the gateway to self-growth. When you are still, you see your habits clearly, you understand your mistakes, you recognize your patterns. And from that awareness, growth begins naturally. Nothing transforms faster than a mind that is silent and attentive. The Aurora Borealis tonight represents this transformation. Its light is soft yet powerful, quiet yet undeniable. It shows that strength does not always roar. Sometimes strength glows quietly in the sky and waits for you to notice. On 14 November, allow the Aurora Borealis tonight to bring you into your own depth. Let its presence guide you inward. This is not the night for noise, this is the night for clarity. When the sky becomes extraordinary, your mind must become simple. When the world around you expands, your awareness must become focused. When the energy of the night intensifies, your inner world must become calm. This is how you understand the meaning of the signs. This is how you interpret the message of the red sky. This is how you awaken. Stillness is the doorway. Stillness is the teacher. Stillness is the power that reveals everything you need to know. Let the Aurora Borealis tonight on 14 November remind you of this. When the mind becomes quiet, your life becomes clear.